Hello, this video is to explain to you how the technology project number 1 is going to work. So if you go to the calendar, the due date is going to change. I'm going to give you a couple more days, but click on the technology project 1 and we can start. So the instructions are given here, and if you want to print the entire assignment to just look at it, you can, but you're going to have to enter answers here anyway. So first question gives you this table with 25 countries listed with their installed capacity for wind power, and it's all mixed up here. Notice that the units, MW, is explained here. 1 megawatts, which is 10 to the 6th or a million watts. Which 3 countries had the most installed capacity in 2020? So you can look at these numbers and sort them and do the most and second most and third most. So I'm going to move on to the second question. Now here, it's asking you to consider capacity per capita, meaning per person. So it's saying, for example, the population of the whole world in 2020 was 7,865,000,000 people, and the total wind energy was so much. The capacity per person, capita means per person, you would take that capacity and divide it by the number of people. Now remember, this is in million watts. We'll change it to 10 to the 6 watts. And then when we divide, we get 93 watts per person. It says, note that we need the 10 to the 6 factor in the numerator to change megawatts, MW, to watts. Without this, we'll get a very small decimal for megawatts, which is hard to understand. So you will go back to question 1 and take 2 countries, pick any 2 countries, and figure out by dividing this number, the capacity, by the population. Okay? So that's what you will do for the second question. And then for the third question is where all the fun begins. It's saying, if you want to do this per person calculation for 25 countries, you don't want to do it all by hand. So this is where we're going to learn how to use Google Sheets or Excel. So you open up Google Sheets. There's a hyperlink right here. That'll open up a blank file. And then you will have to click on plus and then copy and paste everything from there. But instead, you can use the spreadsheet-based file. And it's already put in here. Okay, now if you read here, it'll tell you how to sort this. And it's saying also, if you can't see all the numbers, you may have to adjust the width. So it's saying select the 3 columns of data and sort by column C, the installed capacity. So I'm going to go back here and click on this link. The first thing you need to do is follow those directions, saying make a copy for yourself. So I'm going to go make a copy. I'm going to call it Julie's copy. And I'll save it in my own drive. Click on that. Now it'll allow you to do the sorting that you need. So you're going to highlight and click on all these. And you go to data and go to sort range in advanced, because the default is sorting by column A, but we need to sort by column C. So go down to this drop-down menu, and rather than going from A to Z, from Z to A, that's big to small. So there we go. It's sorted by size. Okay. So you go back here, it'll say, what do you notice about the population compared to the largest wind energy? We can go and take a closer look at the data and respond to that question. The next part is saying that in D1, cell D1, we go there, we're going to, in Jay's copy, we're going to type in what it said here. It said capacity per capita in 2020. I'm just going to copy that and go and paste it right there. So I don't have to do all the typing. Let's go back here. Say in cell D2, type in this formula. Again, I'm going to highlight that, copy that formula. This formula is, I'll explain what it does. So you go here, paste that. So it's taking C2, which is the capacity, and it's a million megawatts, so it's times 10 to the 6, and dividing it by the number of people, just like we did in the previous question. Okay, and then here it's telling you how to do that, and it's explaining it. It's saying As far as the decimal value goes, we want to bring it down to the whole number, so the whole number. So to do that, it's explaining what buttons to pick. So let's do it. So first of all, well, I got to close that. So I'm going to go here and go down and decrease the decimals until I have it. Now the fun part, it's saying that you can copy the formula to each cell. So you can copy this to each cell, or you can just click and drag. And it'll do it for each of these countries. Okay, but it only works if you put it in general at first. Okay, so now that we're done with that part, it's saying select all 4 columns and sort by column D, going from highest to lowest. So if we follow this, go back to data, sort, advanced sorting range by column D. And now things have changed a bit. Okay. So it's going from small to big. How we did it, I think we'll fix that. We're going from Z to A in column D. There we go. Anyway, going back here, now that we have the work done, we can answer all these questions. Okay, and I think that's the last question. I think there's a first question. So this is where you click on this part and you attach your file. So to do this, if you're doing Google Sheets, you can click on Share and copy the link and change it to anyone with link. That way I can view it and then paste it here so that I can see what you did on Excel. And you will submit everything. I hope that helps. Please let me know if you have any questions.